Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your yoga teacher for today. I will not come here and lie. I had big plans this morning to film an hour flow on stretching. And then I woke up and I had my period. I was bent over. I really didn't even want to do my own personal practice this morning. And the entire time I was struggling with what am I going to teach today. So I figured it was a fantastic time to do a flow just for us girls who are on our periods. So this is going to be a heavy fold, low back relief kind of thing. It's going to be gentle, very grounding. I feel like when we're on our periods, we need to be grounded. We need the good, nutritious, grounding foods along with good grounding movements. So everybody's going to meet on the mat today in extended child's pose. One thing that will make this a little more soothing is going to be the bolsters, the pillows, the blankets, all the cuddly things that we crave, maybe even the big sweatpants, sweatshirt. Get comfy. So go ahead and pause me now, get your things, and then everybody's going to meet me here in extended child's pose, laying on the bolster. So we're going to go ahead and come around. Take those knees to the outside edges of our mat. I'm actually going to put my blanket over my bolster too. Take those knees to the outside edges. Big toes touch. Sending those hips back. I like this all the way here. And then I'm going to roll this because I know this is going to be right there at my belly. That is telling me it's not happy right now. And then slowly, walk the hands forward. We're going to start with our head to the left. So drop your right ear onto the bolster. Let's go ahead and drop right on in here, starting our practice off. A lot of people get yoga confused and they think that if we're not moving, we're not progressing. But it's my most favorite part of yoga is that this is still yoga. A pose that helps you. There are all kinds of poses for all kinds of days that we have. And sometimes we really just need to connect. We don't need to get sweaty. We don't need to shake. We need to find that sukha, that ease, the comfort in the practice, knowing it's here for you. And the practice will meet you where you are. You don't feel good? There's a yoga flow for that. On your period, there's now a yoga flow for that. Feeling sad, there's a yoga flow for that. Feeling powerful, there is a yoga flow for that. How versatile it is, versatile it is what I love about it. Going to take our gaze to the right, and so now we're coming onto our left ear. I don't normally light the candle for our yoga practice, but today it is lit. It smells like roses, and it says, "You've got this." We do got this. I'd say we got this real good. pressure on that lower belly makes me so happy. Makes my body happy. Definitely makes my uterus happy. Very slowly, we'll start to peel ourselves up. Very slowly. And we're going to come into a nice comfy seat. Hopefully that offered your belly a little sense of relaxation there. We are moving slow and gently today. We are not rushing this. We don't want to upset the uterus. We got her nice and calm here. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Once you get to your seated position, dropping that right ear to right shoulder. And let's take some neck rolls. So chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. And let's drop back down, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. And chin to chest. And left ear, left shoulder. And go ahead and roll back, looking up. Maybe opening the mouth. Maybe giving out a little sigh. Ah. Maybe allowing that voice or the vocal cords to deepen this stretch. Back to center. Plant the left hand down. Right hand sweeps up and over. Okay. So normally I can get really deep into this. And you got it. My low back is just like, no. But I know we need to stretch this just a little bit here. And something I don't normally do is allow you to come around here and kind of round through that spine towards the side. So this is going to stretch down that right side body, maybe just not as intense on the low back part. Still having a little bit of compression in that belly. I like it. That's why I've allowed us to come around this time. And inhale, we come back up. Right hand plants, left hand up and over. Just until you feel like you've met your edge. The low back is just... I always think that it's also just our uterus. It's pulling at our low back. It's not actually our low back. It just, the sensation feels that way. And then maybe we round with that left hand. Still stretching. Still feeling that stretch all down the left side. But a more squished, rounded through the spine. Compression on the uterus. Slowly back up. So we're going to take a cobbler, wide cobbler. So we're going to take the feet out. And I've got a nice wide one here. I'm not pulling in, and just nice and even here. And we're going to bring the bolster back. If you liked it, pressing on your belly, go ahead and take your blanket and wrap it. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. We're going to start once again right ear on the bolster. While you're in your little love cocoon here, we speak love to ourselves. I am amazing. I am awesome. I am allowed the time to recharge. I am allowed the time to shed my lining. And take that gaze towards the right. So left ear coming to the bolster. And we can say some more. My body is miraculous. My body is amazing. My body is so adaptive. I am love. And slow as ever, pull yourself back up. We're going to move the bolster again, and we're going to come over to all fours. So just take your time. We're not rushing today. So making sure that the hips are over those knees, shoulders are over the wrists. And I want you to be gentle with yourself. Normally we crank these out, but I want you to focus on that low back and the front low belly. So when we drop the belly and lift the chest, we feel that pull. Don't overstretch it. Love that part. Meet that edge. Feel that part. And then round, starting at that low back, working all the way up. Same thing here. Don't overstretch it. Find that edge. Find the pull. And then feel into it. And drop that belly, lift that chest. And each time you may feel a little release. And we round. And we lift the chest and drop the belly. We're going to round one more time here. And go ahead and come back to neutral. And we're going to sit back into a kneeling position. Bring your hands to that low belly. Some nice deep inhales and exhales here. Making sure the breath is moving all the way into the belly. Letting our body and our minds know this is okay. This is what we're here for. This is what we're doing. And our hands on our bellies as a sign of love to ourselves that we understand. And we are here to nurture ourselves and our bodies during this very uncomfortable time. And if you feel like it, let's go and come into a child's pose with our hands at our bellies. Forehead comes to the mat. If you don't like your hands on your belly, you can remove them and put them by your feet. And very slowly, we will peel ourselves back up to our kneeling position here. We'll remove the hands and we'll inhale the arms up and we'll open up towards the right. So our left hand comes to that right knee and our right hand comes behind us. Same as the rest of this practice today. We are not twisting as deep as normal. We are sore. We are hurting. We are listening to our bodies. We are finding the edge that feels good. We are meeting it there. And we are happy. Go ahead and put the grin on your face. You've showed up for yourself today. Even though you may not have felt like it, you did it anyways. And there is power simply in that alone. Inhale, arms up. And open up towards the left. Right hand comes to the left knee. Left hand behind us. Very, very gentle twist. And we're going to slowly come back. And maybe taking some belly rubs here. Instead of just the static hold, let's just rub those ovaries. Show that uterus some love down there. We are women, and this is part of it. The easier we learn to live with it and be accepting of this, the easier this time will be. I love the red tent idea from Bible times, where all women bled together. They told stories, they comforted and nurtured each other. We were a tribe. Women alone used to not be such backstabbers. They didn't go around talking behind each other's backs. They used to be there for each other. I always go back to that old saying where they used to say it takes a village to raise a child. We've slowly peeled ourselves away from that. We raise our children alone. We face battles alone. Why? They say that the witch hunt started it because the only way you knew a witch was to know a witch. And that meant women. So women were tattletelling, creating rumors, spreading lies about their fellow women. And I firmly feel this deep in my ancestral core. This resentment to other women, and every day I work to shed those layers towards my fellow females. I want to love them and nurture them, comfort them, allow them to see this new way to be. Us women should really rally together more. We should be closer. Okay, we have got our rubs all on here, so we're going to come and lay on our back. I love to lay on a blanket when I don't feel good, so I'm going to put my blanket here, and my back's going to be right here on. Once I get there, I'm going to hug these knees into my chest. And this alone will probably feel next to amazing. We're going to take it a little further though, and we're going to grab our hands on our knees and just take little circles here. This is going to feel good for the low back. So just take a few of these circles. We're going to reverse them and go the other way, so don't worry about that. Like I said, this should feel excellent in that low back. Let's reverse the circles now. I love this wooden wick candle. I can hear it just crackling and popping in my ear. Very nice. Hug those knees into your chest. We're going to come into reclined pigeon. So we'll bring the right knee over the right ankle over the left knee. So go ahead, find that, and then thread your hand behind that left and pull, using that right elbow to push against that right knee. Now the compression of the belly should feel good. Hip openers are always excellent when we're on our periods here. Letting out some of those emotions that may come up. We allow the release. No holding back. We just let it all go. And ever so gently, we'll release and we'll switch. I'm going to take a little windshield wiper of the legs, maybe hands back on belly if that feels good for you. Before we move to the other side and take that left ankle over right under that right knee and thread the hands behind the right. And if this doesn't feel good for you, you can always just take the knees and hugging the knees on the chest option. That's still major compression on that belly. It's like what I crave, right? Most of the time I feel like all of us ladies would just lay in bed, curled up with a pillow at our bellies. I mean, it's just facts. Also really love the fact that us women are all the same in that department. No one gets to skip out on the period. Like, everyone has to do that. Reassuring. Okay, slowly release. We're going to pick both the knees back up and we're going to find happy baby, which is one of my favorites to do when I'm on my period. So go ahead and grab for the outside of those feet, or you can pull from your ankles. Just trying to get the knees to the knees to the armpits. Just a general direction. They aren't there. I'm going to close the eyes here. Allow yourself some peace, some calm. You are so worthy of this time on your mat. Something about this just feels so comforting right now. I hope it does for you too. My low back is just singing thank you. And next up is our Shavasana. So I'm going to take a modified Shavasana here. I'm going to bring these pillows on the outside. So I'm going to take cobbler with my legs, and my legs will rest up against the pillows. And then I'm going to have this on my back. So a little heart opening, hip opening action here. Take my hands on my low belly and drop in here. Allowing myself this time. Allowing my body this time. Because you deserve this. Your body is working really hard right now. You should treat it lovingly. After this, a nice bath would be nice. Maybe even just a huddled up, curled up position on the couch with a nice warm cup of tea and a book. Mm. I am so honored that you chose to do this practice with me today. I know practicing on our periods is the last thing we want to do, but you are an absolutely amazing rock star in my eyes. Way to go. I challenge you to stay here as long as possible today. I'm going to love you and leave you. And I look forward to seeing you back on the mat tomorrow. And if another gentle practice is what's calling your name, I will be here for you. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.